What's up, guys? I've got an interesting video for you today, or at least I think it's interesting. It's going to be dealing with the slightly new mechanic, which is you can now get Silk Touch on Shears. But I kind of want to go over Shears and Silk Touch mechanics with you. So let's start off with just Shears alone. Just Shears alone, you can pick up 8 blocks that are not obtainable without Shears. They are the oak leaf block, spruce leaf, birch leaf, jungle leaf, and some decorative items like the grass item, dead shrub, fern, and of course the vines, which it's taken me so long to start this video that it's grown to the sides. So yes, alone without any enchantments, these are the 8 items that the Shears can pick up. Now, let's move on to some other items that come into play. Silk Touch only. Well, kind of Silk Touch only. There's a few items that I put over to the right of us because I couldn't fit them into the chest, and they were worth mentioning. We're moving on to the first Silk Touch item, which is the Snow Block. The Snow Block can only be obtained by a shovel with Silk Touch. If you use the Silk Touch Shears, it will just break the block and it'll disappear. Same if you use a Silk Touch pickaxe or a Silk Touch axe. It has to be a Silk Touch shovel, which surprises me, and we'll get into why the fact that you can't pick this up with the Silk Touch Shears in just a moment when we start making our way along to that part. But yeah, Silk Touch shovel only can pick that up. Otherwise, a regular shovel will just dig up snowballs. Then we have these 8 items right here. Sorry, 6 items. That would be the 3 anvils, the new hopper, brewing stand, and cauldron, which who the hell uses cauldrons? I guess in the nether. Anyway, you need a pick to pick these items up, and I put them here because they make more sense to put them here than in the chest that I have the other blocks that, yeah. You have to have a pick to pick these up. They don't have to. It doesn't have to be a Silk Touch pick, just a pick. Otherwise, you'll break the block with any other tool, and you won't be able to re-obtain it. Sorry, fumbling my words here. So yeah, just a regular pick will get these guys up. Now let's move over to the Silk Touch only portion of the pick, which are these 8 blocks. We have the Ender Chest, Smooth Stone, Coal Ore, Redstone Ore, Lapis Lazuli Ore, Diamond Ore, Emerald Ore, and Nether Quartz Ore. The only way you can obtain these 8 blocks is with a Silk Touch enchanted pickaxe. So, yeah, because if you use it on the items with a regular pickaxe, this will turn into obsidian, this will be cobblestone, and you'll mine the respective items for the ores in these. But these all are, well, from coal down, these are all affected by the fortune enchantment. But anyway, so you need a Silk Touch pick to be able to pick these 8 items up. This won't do it, unfortunately. And another good rule of thumb is if you need a pick to be able to break the block, you're not going to be able to pick it up with Silk Touch anything but the pick. Which, yeah, that's why I have this chest back here. It shows the other things that you can't obtain with that. And as you see, I didn't have enough room to throw the other ones there. Of course, you can't get bedrock and end portal because those are unbreakable. But weighted pressure plates, that, etc., etc., these all have to be obtained by a pick. Iron bars. So yeah, you're not going to be able to pick these up with any other tool, regardless of whether or not it's Silk Touch. But Silk Touch will pick up all these items because, you know, they're the items. There's no really special. These are the only special blocks that you have to have Silk Touch for with a pick. Anyway, and now that I've stated something about the pick and etc., etc., that's basically every block. The only blocks that I won't mention now are like, if they don't get mentioned, it's because you can break them with your hand. Therefore, any tool you use, you can you can get the item, like dirt blocks, sand blocks, wood planks, etc., etc. Anyway, now let's move on to the main course here. There are 10 blocks that you can obtain with the Shears with Silk Touch enchantment, and that would be these 8 blocks right here. And I forgot to move the cobwebs. But I'll just mention. I'll just have to deal with it. Ignore the destroyed town in the background. Like I said, this is a snapshot test world. The 10 blocks that you can obtain with the Silk Touch enchanted Shears as of 13W02B release are the Glowstone Block, and I'll break these as I go just to prove a point. Glowstone Block, which is really helpful. The Glass Block, which I guess is really helpful if you use a lot of glass. The Bookshelf Block, very helpful, so you don't have to keep rebuilding things. And now, one of the best ones, if not the best, you can actually obtain grass blocks. And as you might have noticed, we are not putting any damage on the Shears. That is because they are not designed to be picking up these blocks, melon block, glass pane. They're designed to pick up those blocks behind us, the first 8 we started on. They will take damage that way. And sheep and wool blocks will also cause damage to it. But blocks like these, mycelium, so awesome, will not cause any damage to it. Another really interesting one is ice. It actually does work on ice. I'm going to skip this because I meant to put this on the end. But now we have clay block, and this is why I was surprised that it wouldn't work on snow, because it totally works on clay blocks. You can totally pick the clay blocks up with that. Now, the biggest thing for most Minecraft players is the fact that you can now use the Shears with Silk Touch Enchant to pick up cobweb. But along with those 8 blocks down there, wool blocks and shearing sheep, this will cause the durability to drop. So now we actually have a durability bar because we've used it for something that it's supposed to be used on. But as long as they're not broken, of course, you can use it on all these other blocks, with the exception of this one, as many times as you want. You can dig up as much grass, as much mycelium, as much ice as you want, as much glowstone, etc., etc., and it will never run out. It's going to be slower than the items that you usually use, but they will never run out as long as you don't use them on sheep and cobwebs and other things. And last but not least, you can use them on all of the mushroom blocks as well. I hate that it got dark in this explanation. I should have set up a command block, but you can still see fairly well. This is every single different type of mushroom block. I'm not going to be digging all of them up. I'll just dig up, like, this one. This one seems interesting. We'll dig up this one. See, as you can tell, you can pick it up. Bam, pick that up as well, etc., etc. So yes, you can pick up giant mushroom blocks. Those 8 blocks, or sorry, 9 blocks without them taking damage. You can pick up all those and all these with the exception of the cobweb without it taking damage. And you can now pick up cobwebs, but it will cause damage to them. And of course, you can use them on regular any day items as well to pick up, but you should just use shears instead on these. And that took a whole day, man, a whole Minecraft day to explain. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and yeah, happy oh, good thing I opened my menu, because there are some blocks that are special cases where you can't obtain them in any way, shape, or form. There's other blocks, but they're more technical blocks, like the off-state redstone torch, or the furnace that's always burning, or like the pumpkin stem, stuff like that. So I'm not going to mention those technical ones, but there are 3 blocks that you cannot obtain in the game in any way, shape, or form inside your inventory, unless you have mods or you command yourself to get it, or etc. Creative mode. That is the command block, which is only in creative mode. Farmland, which is tilled soil. You can make it in the game, but you cannot get it into your inventory. And last but not least, the cake block. You can get cake and you can lay cake down, but you cannot get the cake block. So these 3 items are unobtainable in vanilla survival Minecraft. And this one's obtainable in vanilla customized Minecraft. But yeah. So that's everything. If I didn't mention the block, then that means that you can get it just by punching it with your fist. So etc. Yeah, ignore everything. Like I said, snapshot test world. So might as well end this video off before we go into another day. Thanks for watching, guys.